Welcome to Keep Traveling Your African Story, the only podcast that shares the real voices and journeys shaping African tourism. I'm your host, Rael Zieve, and through my inbound tour operation, Keep Traveling, I've had the privilege of connecting travelers from all around the world with the magic of Africa. This podcast is my way of opening that world up to you, a place to learn about the people, properties, and opportunities that make travel across this continent so very special. Today, I'm delighted to introduce Illa Kaveke, who's the sales and marketing manager from Mutara camp in Laikipia, Kenya, who joins me to share her African story. Illa, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Rael. Thank you for having me today.
Illa, for our international listeners, tell us whereabouts Mutara camp is in relationship to Kenya.
Mutara camp is in Laikipia, Kenya. That's towards the north of Kenya. From Nairobi, say from the airport, the main airport, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, that would give it, say, 6 hours drive to the camp. Close to Mutara camp, we have a number of airstrips where you can still fly, and that's like 40 minutes fly to the camp. So it's towards the north of Kenya, close to Mount Kenya, which is a great landmark.
Okay, so it's going to make more sense for people to hop on a small commercial flight and get up to Laikipia that way, as opposed to the 6-hour drive, right?
Yes. And most of the domestic flights, like Safari Link Air Kenya, both land in Kamok airstrip that's closest to the camp.
Air Kenya, you said?
Yes, I said Air Kenya.
Okay, so Air Kenya has been a guest on my show before, so that would be fantastic to maybe get some guests up through with Air Kenya. Tell me about that actual drive. Is it a terrible drive, or is it something that if people have the time to spend, it would be worth doing the drive?
It's a good drive. I'll say from Nairobi to Nanyuki town, that is roughly, say, 3.5 hours drive. It's all tarmac. Then now you drive through the Conservancy. Now our Mutara camp is in Mutara Conservancy, which is adjacent to Pejeta Conservancy. How to get there by road? Now you drive through Pejeta Conservancy, exit Pejeta, enter Mutara. It is the same ecosystem. Now, why you take time in between Nanyuki and Mutara is because you're driving through the park and you have the speed limit of 40 kilometers per hour, which is actually a game drive en route to the camp.
So people that choose to drive would actually be doing a sort of game drive on their way to Mutara, right?
Yes. In fact, most of our guests prefer the drive because Nairobi to Nanyuki is a smooth drive, then now into the park.
Now we've gotten to the camp. Tell us what we can expect to experience at the campsite itself.
Now, I'll take you through the camp. We have 15 tents in total. Out of the 15 tents, we have 2 family units. And then 6 units have outdoor bathtubs where you could soak, chill, and have the beautiful views. Tent 1 to 10 overlook the sunset side where we have a waterhole, which is a good magnet for the animals all through to come for water and salts. Then 10 to 15 overlook the sunrise, and 10-15 has an outdoor jacuzzi and overlooks the mountain. On a good day when the mountain is not shy, in the morning you have such a beautiful view of Mount Kenya.
You said when the mountain's not shy. This must be a local thing that you're obviously referring to the cloud cover, right?
Yes. On cloudy days, the mountain is very shy. Part of the activities, like while in the camp, we have now the intimate activities which include the bush meals. So we either do breakfast or dinner because during the day it's very, very hot. There's sundowner. We have different spots where we have different views of sunset depending with the time of the year. And looking at Laikipia, the proximity to the equator, we have very beautiful sunset and sunrise as well.
So I can choose as a guest and say to you, listen, Illa, I want to take my wife or girlfriend and I want to have breakfast at one particular spot and then dinner at another spot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's really nice.
And a sundowner as well.
Okay.
So that we have the bonfires.
What game can I expect to see while I'm staying at Mutara?
Okay, now with the game experience, we do both day and night game drives. We are allowed to do game drive into the Pejeta Conservancy. So I really like to talk about the partnership between the two. What makes actually Mutara more unique is that we are the only camp sitting on the 20,000 acres in Mutara Conservancy, and our guests are now allowed to go into the Pejeta side, which is 90,000 acres. There are 2 active corridors within the 2 conservancies. Now, our guests are able to drive into Pejeta, but guests from the other side of Pejeta cannot come into Mutara. Talking about the game, on the Mutara side, we have the big four, and the Pejeta side, we have the big five. I'd say for Pejeta is the largest black rhino sanctuary in East and Central Africa. Our guests really enjoy the game experience on the Pejeta side. And in Laikipia, they have the highest population of lions as well.
Can I only do those nature experiences on the back of a Land Rover, or do you offer walking safaris as well?
We do offer walking and running safaris. If you wish to run, you can still run. Yes, we meet with an armed guide, definitely, and possibly a chase car.
But if you're running, it sort of seems like you want to become part of the predator's meal. It doesn't really make sense about running through the bush.
No, it's actually on the open savanna. So you can see end to end.
Yeah, and so can the lion, eh? Now tell me a little bit more about the walking safaris and the flora that we might be able to experience.
Oh, on the Laikipia side, we have a good number of indigenous acacias and the interaction now between the flora and fauna, where you find that these acacias that have this symbiotic relationship with the giraffes and the ants. So that's a good interaction when you're having the game walk. We have excellent bird life as well. We have a good number of birds within the Conservancy.
Now we've done these game drives, or the running safaris and the walking safaris. Now we come back to camp. Tell us about what kind of food you're going to offer us.
Just having 15 units, 15 tents. The maximum guests we could have is say 30, 35. So we normally don't have any buffets. It's basically a la carte. So we have a set menu beginning from the starter, main course to dessert. And it's international cuisine considering we are an international. We are like most of our guests are international guests.
But some of your international guests are going to be saying, well, listen, come on, I want something local. I want a local delicacy. So what would you suggest for a visitor that comes in and says, listen, I want to try something local. Serve me up something local today. What are you going to give me?
Also to mention, there's always that interaction between our chef with the guests upon arrival. So they're able to gauge if we don't have any prior communication, they'll always have now that interaction where we like something local. So there's always Nyama, Choma and Ugali, which is our main local delicacy.
Tell me about that local delicacy, how it's made, what it's made of.
Nyama Choma could be either beef or goat mutton, where it's just on a grill. It's actually char grilled and salt and a bit of marination where they do some soy sauce if they wish or not. Or just plain. Basically, it's normally plain, just salt. And with Ugali, that's the main staple food in Kenya, which is maize meal, corn flour, and fresh green vegetable. That's our main delicacy. And to top that, you could do some kachumbari. Kachumbari, this is onion and tomatoes garnished with a bit of vinegar or lemon juice.
What do you love most about the area? Beyond just the views, what's your favorite part of the area?
The calmness. Just listening to the bird, hear the lions roaring at night. That makes it peaceful. For that cautious traveler looking into wellness right now, and just to have that quiet, serene environment where you just relax, that's my takeaway always.
You speak about wellness. Do you offer any kind of spa facilities or anything like that at the camp?
Yes, we do have an in-house masseur where we have different treatments from Swedish to deep tissue.
That sounds awesome. I think I'll come, Illa. If a guest could take away one particular feeling after having stayed with you, Illa, what would you want that to be?
Go back to our slogan, International Comfort, African Hospitality. So it's the touch where you interact with our staff, with the people that match up the whole experience. It's the people that really drive that, apart from just having the camp.
So what do guests always rave about after they've left Mutara on TripAdvisor or other social media?
Normally, it's the quality of service and the product itself. I'd say would boast with the views, the food as well. It's just the intimate, the exclusivity as well.
Now, do you have a favorite spot on the property that you perhaps like to go when you've had a hard day or you get a bit of time away from clients that you can really wind down? Tell us about that place that you're thinking about.
I'll say about my favorite, which I find most guests also doing the same, a good number of guests. One of the bathtubs overlooking the waterhole and soaking in and having you drink, then having the animals come to the waterhole and possibly enjoy a kill on a good day.
And do you have many kills at the Waterhole? Can guests expect to see a lot of that happening?
Yes, they can see that, but it is unpredictable.
Now, people that are coming from overseas, from the Americas, from Europe, Some people are still a little bit nervous about traveling to Africa because they've just never experienced it personally. What would you say to those people, Illa, about coming to Laikipia and about Africa as a whole?
One, Africa, we are one people, and there's so much to explore, which is actually not in the Europe and America. I'd say it would be the best for them to come and just see what we have to at least create that memorable experience, create memories. And this is because we are one people. We are open to hosting all of them. It's a place to be. Look at the weather. I mean, our winter, you don't even feel it, right?
Yeah, people don't understand living on the equator, how fantastic that is. You're very blessed to be able to do that. There's some people that go through plus 30 and minus 30 and, it's crazy. Where can people find Mutara online and follow your story?
We are on social media, Instagram and Facebook, Mutara Camp Laikipia, and our website, jch.group/Mutara. It is a group, Jumbo Chester Hotel. So Mutara is one of the units. We have others. We have one in City Center in Nairobi, Chester Hotel. We also have a restaurant in Nairobi. So we have quite a good number of properties and entities within the group.
Okay, and we're going to put those links in the show notes of the podcast. Now, I know, Illa, that you've been very generous in offering a prize giveaway to a lucky listener. Do you want to tell us what it is and the details of that prize?
Yeah, and we'll be happy. We're actually looking forward to seeing the winner and hosting them. We'll be giving 2 nights on full board for 2 packs, and we'll throw in some activities. So we'll definitely throw in our bush meal and the Sundowners as well. Let them get to enjoy more of Laikipia sunset and listen to the birds and the wind here.
It sounds very peaceful, and thank you very much, Illa, for that generous prize. And I hope that we'll get a lucky listener coming through. Thank you for coming on the show. It's been really interesting to hear more about Mutara and Laikipia, and we wish you all the very best in the future. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you, Rael, for having us. And looking forward to receiving your booking.
I will be coming soon, I hope, Illa. Thank you so much.
We say it Karibu Sana. Karibu Sana is welcome.
Karibu Sana, thank you, is welcome. Karibu Sana. What an inspiring conversation. Thank you so much, Illa, for sharing your story and for everything you're doing to grow African tourism. Don't forget, every week we feature fantastic prize giveaways from some of Africa's most beautiful lodges, camps, and travel partners. You could win your own unforgettable getaway just by listening, subscribing, or visiting www.keeptraveling.africa/podcast, or read more about today's guest by scanning through the show notes of today's episode. Don't forget to follow Keep Traveling on social media for the latest episodes, stories, and travel inspiration. I'm Rael Zieve, and this has been Keep Traveling, your African story. Remember, a few years from now, you won't remember how much it cost you, but you'll always remember the memories you made. Keep traveling.